soulful, and his voice was smooth, a beautiful tenor. Arguments and difficulties over the years, the kind that all relationships have in their own specific ways, really only deepened our bond. We knew that we belonged together, and the fact that we'd found each other was the luckiest thing. Before Jerry, I wasn't someone who knew much about love. I was raised in Beverly Hills, the daughter of screenwriters. My parents were a team. They wrote films you might see now on Turner Classic Movies. Desk Set with Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. Daddy Longlegs with Fred Astaire and Leslie Caron. No Business Like Show Business, in which Marilyn Monroe sang, "We're having a heat wave." I'd been raised with expectations. All 4 sisters were expected to be writers. But my mother was cold to me and a drinker. She died in her 50s of cirrhosis. My dad was more loving but troubled and needy, a manic depressive as well as a drinker. Jerry was completely on my side. I'd never experienced that. I hadn't believed it was possible. He truly loved me and nurtured my talent. He guided me as I tried to master variations of the impossible. First my humor books, then essays, then screenplays, then novels. I could never have found my way without him. Writers are writers first, before anything else. It's a calling. Jerry and I both knew that and honored that in each other. I was wildly attracted to him and loved talking to him. He had a phenomenal understanding of human nature. He observed things I didn't, and I observed things he didn't, and talking with him about what people did and why was endlessly interesting. Now he wasn't going to be here, to love me or to talk to me, to have conversations with me about everything. Stuff. What was on his mind, what happened on the street, why something made him or me happy or drove one of us crazy. He wouldn't be here to hang out musing about nothing while eating chocolate chip cake, to discuss all my writing problems, or all of his, what a character should do, what another might be feeling, where to go from here. Jerry knew drama, could write it and teach it. He taught me. He was raised in the Bronx in a big extended shtetl Jewish world full of aunts, uncles, cousins, and vulgarity. Lively, yet full of phenomenal ignorance. Jerry had musical gifts. At a very young age, he could play any tune by ear on the piano. He can play, why give him lessons, his parents said. His grandparents made gin in the bathtub. His father sold costume jewelry. The little money they had, they gambled. His dad broke Jerry's piggy bank and stole his pennies. There were very few books in their apartment. It was a great world to write about, and Jerry did, but there was no one at home to nourish a writer's dreams. Jerry was eccentric. We took tap dancing lessons, loved theater, agreed on most things, liked to go to foreign places and do nothing much more than walk around and sit in cafes. Confiding in him was always comforting. He was my true home, my first safe place. At some point in September, Jerry was less able to walk around the corner, too dizzy to do the simple things like put Honey's bowl of water on the floor. Honey was our beloved little white Havanese dog. I talked to our internist and activated hospice care. We were assigned a social worker, a nurse, and a spiritual counselor. The only worship in our house was writing. But given that Jerry was dying and I was losing my soulmate of 37 years, maybe one of us might want some spiritual help. My recall is cloudy because I was anxious all the time. But I believe that, at the first intake session for home hospice care, I was told that if Jerry fell, and he already had once, I should call 911. But when the EMTs arrived, I could show them the DNR and healthcare proxy. These gave me the right to refuse medical treatment for him. I should ask them only to lift him and put him back in bed. I know I was given that instruction at least twice, and maybe more, by both a hospice person on the phone and a member of the team assigned to us. Jerry was still able to walk if I held on to him,